All right, so you guys wanted to go deep on that crazy Raptors-Celtics game the other night.
Yeah, seems like everyone's talking about it.
Buckle up then, because we're diving headfirst into the controversy.
Oh, yeah.
We're looking at some excerpts from an article called Pasted Text. Going to break down what happened.
And more importantly, what it means for the Raptors.
Exactly. What was it, the refs? Did they really screw the Raptors over?
Well, they definitely made some mistakes. We actually have receipts from the NBA itself this time.
You mean that last 2 minutes report?
Yep. It's that official review they do for close games. Looks at all those calls in crunch time.
Spill the tea, what did they say?
Pretty much admitted they messed up. Some missed calls that probably changed how the game ended.
Okay, so let's remind everyone. Overtime. Super close game. Tatum nails that buzzer beater three-pointer for the Celtics win.
Heartbreaker, right?
Total heartbreaker. But guess what? That game-winning shot?
Yeah, the report says Tatum traveled before he took it.
Whoa.
I know, right?
Big yikes for the refs. It's huge. And for those who don't know all the basketball lingo, traveling is when a player takes too many steps without dribbling.
Basically, you can't just walk around with the ball.
Exactly. You got to dribble it. And Tatum didn't. So that shot shouldn't have counted.
So the Raptors should have had a chance to win.
They should have had the ball.
Yeah.
A chance to answer back. Can you imagine you're a Raptors player, think you've got this, then bam, game over because of a missed call?
Brutal, especially for a team that's been struggling like the Raptors have been.
Absolutely brutal. And it's not even just about the mental impact. It's the actual fact that the Raptors got robbed of a possession. They could have tied it up. Who knows?
It really makes you think, like, how many games are decided by these missed calls that we don't even know about?
Right. And hold on, there's more. Same play. The report also says Mitchell should have gotten the foul called on him for that screen he set on Brown. It was for Tatum's shot.
Oh, yeah. That was a tough one. It's like, you can't really blame the refs for missing it in real time, but seeing it on replay.
Makes you wonder, right?
It really does. Would a foul call have changed things? Maybe Tatum wouldn't have gotten that shot off.
Or maybe Brown's not in position to set that screen. Who knows?
Lots of what-ifs in this game.
So many what-ifs. And we're not done yet. The fourth quarter had some bad calls, too. The report says Colsell should have been called for a 3-second violation.
He was camping out under the basket a little too long.
Way too long. 3 seconds is the limit for offensive players hanging out in the key.
Oh, right, the painted area. So, like, if you're not actively involved in the play, you got to get out of there.
Exactly. And then, on top of that, Tatum should have gotten a foul on that same play for what he did to Pullum.
Wow. Instead, the Raptors turned the ball over.
Yep. Talk about adding insult to injury.
It's got to be rough for the Raptors. You know, bad calls happen. It's part of the game.
Refs are human, right?
They are. But when it seems like all the calls go against you, especially when you're already having a tough season.
It's got to feel like the universe is against you.
Pretty much. I can see why Raptors fans are fuming.
Fuming is an understatement. And, you know, it's not just the calls. Bruno Fernando got hurt during that game, too.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. What happened?
Rolled his ankle pretty badly. He's out for the next game against the Pacers.
Man, talk about bad luck. This is on top of all the other injuries they've already had.
Seriously, when it rains, it pours for the Raptors.
Well, I'm no doctor, but a rolled ankle could be out for a while, depending on how bad it is.
Exactly. So what do we make of all this? Bad calls cost them the game.
It's impossible to know for sure, right? But there's no denying that officiating plays a huge role.
It does.
And for a team like the Raptors, already struggling, something like this could really mess with their heads.
Throw them off their game even more.
Exactly. Makes you think, doesn't it? Like, we focus on the players, the coaches, but the refs, they have a lot of power.
More than we realize sometimes, right?
Yeah, maybe. They make a call, even if it's a mistake, and it can completely change the course of the game, a whole team's season. Even
That's heavy stuff. So we're saying the Raptors got a raw deal, but what can they do about it?
Nothing, really. That's the frustrating part. You just gotta hope the refs get it right next time.
Easier said than done, I guess.
True. This whole situation, though, with the Raptors and the NBA admitting they messed up, it makes you think about the bigger picture, you know?
How so?
Well, how much do we really control in sports? How much comes down to luck, to human error? If a couple of calls go differently, the Raptors could be celebrating a win right now, maybe even on a winning streak. Who knows?
It really makes you wonder, like, are we judging teams fairly? How much of their success or failure is actually because of things they can control?
Something to think about, right?
Definitely something to think about. Thanks for breaking this all down with me.
Happy to do it. Always interesting to see how these things play out.
All right, everyone, that's our deep dive for today. Make sure to check back next week for more sports analysis.
See you then.